Hi there, another day, another video. Actually, another afternoon, I should say. Um, Actually, it is night, but uh, to be consistent, of course, I will record another video. So it is very high. I am very glad that I could provide you with the content every day, and especially for myself. I'm glad that I just keep consistent with my promises to myself and you guys. So, going through that, I will start with the most important thing that I learned today, and I wanted to share with you that because that will be more embedded in me when I teach you that in short. Of course, I will drop the annotation on the video under the video, sorry. So the first thing that I learned today while I was of course procrastinating on YouTube, mm, when I wake up, I get to the video that was work in a first minute after waking up. It will challenge your life, and it is done by Rion Doris. And what is in this video? Um, he talking about the routine. Actually, not a routine because they don't have routine. They just start the job after they wake up. Of the most influenced people in the, I believe, America, in US. So the most people in that are very wealth in America that have big influence on the world usually start working just after they wake up. They just wake up, take the thing that they need to be to work it at, and they just start to working. And why they do that? Some studies shows that many people, or most of them, or all of them, should I say even, just after they wake up, they are still a bit sleepy, but in a good way. Their brain is in the low resonating state, let's say, no, not high, because after the sleep, good quality sleep, you have your brain wave are very subtle down, and it is similar to flow state. Yeah, like you have in the workflow, the workflow state that you wanted to have to achieve the better goals after your work. So if you are wake up with the low frequency brainwaves and you start working, there is higher chance to be in the flow state just after waking up. So it is very nice that I found that. And I hope I will include this discovery into my morning routine. I am very hope for that. And why 1 minute? Because this flow state, this low resonating flow state, uh, is around 90 seconds after you wake up, so it's very short period of time. So the best thing that you could do is to prepare things that need to be done this day, um, day before. So you prepare stuff for the next day and you go sleep. And when you wake up, you just take out whatever you need to work on and just work. And you have high chance to be in the flow state. Also, for many people, it's very destructive when they work since beginning of the day because they forgot to make the routines that refresh their minds. Because many people likes to have the routine on the beginning of the day, that they make some stuff like working out, going outside and something like that, it is recommended to make this morning routine that you have just after you exit the flow state. So I've get that is the best way, but maybe you will have other things that you will get from the video. But no, but I've got that the best thing that you could do is just after you exit the flow state, after the morning working time, you just do your regular morning routine stuff and uh, regenerate yourself, or you can do it just noon or something like that. Also, uh, he in the other video, small trick to stay in flow state all day. He's shown that. Wait, I'll try to find that because I don't know. I had prepared my um. I have my notes about that. Yeah. We taught in the other video the tricks that help you stay in flow, and he brings up the data from studies that shows the if you are fatigued, for example, when you're working too hard and you just get fatigued, you can't work, no, you cannot work more, uh, and you feel you will burn out in a second. So in this moment, you take a fresh breath if you need to, and take your job to the other place. So what I mean by that, for example, you go to the other room to work in other room in other environment. The best thing that you could do is actually change environment totally. For example, you work in the room and you get fatigue, you go to the outside and work somewhere outside if you can, of course. Um, and it is very beneficial for fatigue because our brain like new stuff. And when we change something in our environment, especially the place itself, uh, we trick our brain to switch on the discovery mode. So the brain like to discover more stuff. So we are less fatigued because we have burst of energy that we spent on the discovery because we changed the environment, and it was probably made due to our um, predecessors. You know, the our grandpas from the Stone Age, let's say, where we search for new stuff and go to the new places to find new resources. For example, raspberries or or let's say meat that is running um, on the plane and you want to get one get something to eat. Yeah. I it's a bit late, but it's usually me, yeah, with me that I record on the late day because then I just can blow everything that I receive for all of the day. So I believe it's my believing. I don't have research to prove that. I just will have probably better sleep because I will hold you everything that I have in mind before I go to sleep. So I will not have the stupid things in mind when I will be on the bed. So yeah, another trick that you can start to apply every day is to not only sitting, because sitting is very not is not productive. Sittings make you lazy, and I discovered that after having a treadmill and a standing desk itself. Um, that when you are sitting, you are more likely to switch to other tasks, especially the no productive task like watching YouTube's video. So Yeah, and studies show that you wanna to stay when you are working. You wanna to stand up for around 50% of your work time, sit down less than 25%, and also walking the 25%. And it is the best for the flow states and the just being productive in work. And disadvantage in my case is that usually when I work, I just walking on the walkpad. So in my case, it's 0% sitting usually. But I believe yesterday I had a little session on my couch. So um, yeah, I was sitting on the couch with the laptop and just make some stuff because my legs was so fatigued that I couldn't stay on it. So I just take the laptop and make stuff that I need to be done, that I have to be done. So yeah, around 80% of the time I am walking when I work, around 3 kilometers an hour. So it is not bad. I can say you how many I've done today, and I wanted to mention that I was today on the job, so on the office. So in my case, only today I've done. hmm, I believe I've done more, but probably it was not credit because yeah, I have only the morning data, so it was something was just broken off, because I was also now by 2 hours walking on the walking path. So yeah, but my data show that I walk only by an even don't see by 10 minutes, 6 kilometer an hour, because when I woke up, I just jumped to the treadmill because I was so sleepy that I need to jump start my day, and I just jumped to the walking path, turn the maximum speed on the walking mode, so it was 6 kilometer an hour, and I just ran for 10 minutes. So yeah, it was my try to be more productive from the jump start of the day. So yeah, now of course I am standing because I better think and talk when I stand. Think about the word because I better think about the logic when I walking. So it's weird from my side. Also, the video that I wanted to share with you, another interesting thing. It's from Alex Harmozy about being on how to retire early, let's say. And he explained how to be in the top 1%, but it doesn't matter. Um, the thing that he talked about is that you can achieve 1 million, whatever your currency is, or let's say dollars, for just ease of talking, by um, to achieve the 1 million. I believe it's in English. I will just check to be sure. Um, yeah, because in Polish, I believe billion, it's different in Polish. So million and million is similar with Polish and English. And I just mess up because in Polish the billion is miliard, so it's very similar to million. But going through that, how to get 1 million dollars after 40 years, so by 40 actually. So I was checking that with the calculators. When you find an index or whatever investment tool that you will find, whatever you want, if you find one and just putting by 30 years, I believe, but you can by making more money, you can just speed it up. you can make $1 million of the in your account just by putting around, I believe, uh, I see it's $800,000 to the investment account month by month. I believe it will be something about $1,000 per month. So it is not. It is not. It is big amount of money for some people, of course. But if you could afford it, or even less, but if you could afford it, for example, if you will graduate, getting this money, and you, for example, your expenses are 50% of the money that you earn. So if you earn, for example, $2,000, it depends from the country. So I will stay with the $2,000. I believe it's median of the European people that they get around $2,000, and you spend only 1,000 each month, and you invest the 1,000 to the investment market or something else, whatever you want to invest, um, that give you around 4% over time, even without that. If you just save 50% of your money, after 30 years of work, you have another 30 years of being lazy and do nothing, or probably you will do something when you like your job. So if you work for 30 years and then you stop working, you will and stay on the same expense level, you will have another 30 years of living without any without taking any single job. So it is nice, and you don't forget about the percent that you get from the investment. So it will be probably 35 or something like that, around, let's say, 4% bigger. But um, when I was calculating, it could be even more than 50%. So yeah, it's kind of nice. I probably show you the data, and of course you will find the video on the description. And another thing that I learned today is about how to build your first 5 kilo of muscle. It is a guide by Radu Antonio, I believe, with Jeff Nippard. And Jeff Nippard is, I believe, quite popular because I have also his channel shown that he have 3.5 million. So probably you know him when you are interested in that topic. So yeah, the guide is very uh, data uh, let's say attractive, not attractive. Um, there is a bunch of data that you can just discover, and you can get the best results from that. So the most important thing that you wanted to do when you wanted to gain muscle fast, quite rapidly, let's say, is to take the wave when you are on the how it's called actually, uh, gym, of course. When you are on the gym, so you can take instead of taking the biggest amount of the kilograms that you can lift and burn out after 2 repeats, you should main to 8 reps. No, uh, eight 8 reps. Yes, 8 reps, and 3 sets of these 8 reps. So if you find the amount of kilo that give you around 8 reps for 3 sets, and it is not too light, because if it's too light, it's of course it will be easy. But you need to find the wave that is good enough that you will have something like, 8 reps, 6 reps, for example, in the 3 sets. So you will have close to 8, but not 8. Uh, in the first set, in the first set, you wanna to have 8 reps. In another sets, you wanna to be a little bit fatigued, and if you will meet the 888, so it will be 8 reps, 8 for 3 sets, then you apply more kilograms or pounds or whatever you are using to your weight, and you start again till you reach 888, and again, and it is the fastest way to get muscle from that I learned from this video. So yeah, I will also give you the video in the description. So I believe that is that for today from the things that I learned. So on finish, I wanted to share with my day. So I woke up, I believe 6:10. So it was 10 minutes after I wanted to wake up, but it was still not bad. I was still very sleepy, so to get run into the rest of the day, I just turned on the treadmill and ran for 10 minutes on 6 kilometers an hour, so it was around kilometer in the very low settings, let's say, because 6 kilometers is not actually the greatest speed. But it was nice to just start the day from that, and then I upload the video from yesterday. Yes, so I recommend to watch it, of course. And then after that, um, I just go I wash up. I take my day my morning um, proteins. I don't drink it immediately. I just take it to my workplace and drink it around 12, I believe, because I am on intermittent fasting, and I fast carbs for around, I believe, uh, 20 hours. It's my best fasting time, let's say. And I try to fast protein at least for around 16 hours. I believe today it was 16 hours of fasting the proteins. And why I do that? I wanted to have something that is called, wait, I will find the word for that, because I am not sure about the proper word. Um, auto auto autophagy. Yeah, I don't know. It is similar in English. Autophagy. Okay, so to be sure how it's pronounced. Autophagy. Autophagy. So yeah, um, it is the state when your own body starts to destroy the how it's called. I'm just talking too much, so I forgot many words. Your body starts to destroy the old cells, the old cells from the body that have some illness, that have some issues with their DNA, that start to be a bit cancerful, let's say, and other things that when you are not on fasting, just accumulate on your body. It's, let's say, it's toxins for the simplicity. So yeah, the things that your body develop naturally because you are on the because you are on the you are not giving a chance to your body to consume the cells that are not useful for your body. So, for example, you have some cells that are just died someday and they are staying in the body because body don't need to destroy it because it get feed all day and yeah, the body don't need to consume the old or ill cells because you give the fuel to create new ones, so he just don't care about old ones. And that help when you're starving for 14 hours, your body going to the mode of autophagy, and then you are consuming your own body actually. It is some kind of cannibalism, but it's let's say very good one for your body because you have less chance to get cancer and less chance to get ill from other stuff. Of course, the minus of this such a long period of being on the starve for a long period of time. I mean, in my case, it is 2 months. So the minus of that it is that you probably will sick for the your liver and your um wait, I wanted to find the word. Hmm, I don't even remember that in Polish, but there was two things that are that don't like diets too much. So yeah, especially when you have the not eating days, let's say, that you eat, for example, only once a day. That usually I do, or I do something around 3 times now. But my first and my last meal is around 100, 200 calories, so it is like nothing. And it is usually proteins to stay on the high level of proteins for most of the day. So yeah, it is just very painful for your body, for the liver and mm, bit of the other stuff in belly, but uh, rest of body is very happy of that, let's say, and you just get younger by that, let's say. You're not traveling back in time, but your cells will be longer, very in very good states by longer periods of time. So yeah, going through that on my work, I finish one module that I have to be finished from the test site because I am testing stuff, the softwares on my job, on my current job. So I finish one module, I start another module, and I was happy that I don't need to make all of the module, and I could just make half because it was some stuff that I clicked, and now half of the module is tested because it was some kind of old test that was changed because someone changed the code. So yeah, and that was end of the work at my workplace. I've go to the shopping mall, buy because there was a promotion, so for very good price actually. There was 40 toilet papers in a price of around, I believe, I don't know, €7, $7, something like that. So from perspective of mine, it was very good price. I calculated it. It was actually per roll around 10% cheaper than I usually buy, and the paper was better in quality than I usually buy. So why not? And I buy some groceries and I just eat today healthy kebabs. So that was kebabs on chicken uh, that I rolled with the tortilla and add a lot, just a lot of the of some kinds of salads. It was spinach, I believe it is called. I will check. Yeah, spinach and lettuce. Yeah, spinach and lettuce and cherry tomatoes. And yeah, it was mostly salad in tortilla, but also I give a bit of the chicken breast, so that I make with the spices. So it was very good and very nice. Not that much calorie for 3 tortillas. I will just say you my macros. For 3 tortillas, I had 943 calories, so it is very good. Mm, it was mostly 91% of that, 91 grams of that was the because of the chicken was proteins. 15 was it's not that big because I make the breast on the without any fat, so only 50%, 50 grams of fat, and 105 because probably of the salads and other uh, things that I have done, and tortilla, of course, 105 105 carbohydrates. So yeah, and today in total I have 200 grams of the proteins. So I reached finally once the 2 gram per body weight. So I am glad for that. Um, yeah. So and after that I have Chinese. So uh, I know some words better, but of course I'm not good in the Chinese. Generally, I'm not good in languages. The English is only language that I actually learned well. So you can hear how well it is my English, and yeah, get everything else with the distance, because if I will say you hello in the other language, it is usually most that I can say, and another thing that I could say to you, usually in language that I know, it's how much something cost. So I think it is the most important to say hello, say I'm sorry if you mistake something, and know the cost. So yeah, I know a bit of, I don't know, around 6 languages, but it's yeah only usually say hello or bye bye. So so. Mm, I'm good in programming languages, but I stay with the Python and the JavaScript. So yeah, I know of course a lot of more. I even learned assembler once, but I just don't care. I wanted to make think fast, and I even start to use no code tools to even speed up my things. Um, yeah. After that, after the Chinese lessons for the beginners, of course, I had um, probably because I don't remember the time gap. Probably I have exercises around this time, and after exercise, oh, and I watched my video from yesterday because I published it, and then I just work on the site for my client that I am contracted with, and I am very happy because I've done another milestone that I was scared about. and I cannot work for, I believe, 4 weeks on that, and whole project is so delayed because of my sternness of this giant project, because it's not small project. And yeah, after so many times that I try to make something, I am finally made the SMTP, the mailing bot, that you get the messages. For example, the user log into the page and send invitation to another person to join to the page. So I am very happy for that, because I've done that for my client. So it will be very glad for that, because I will can send him the the invitation, for example, tomorrow, and he will get surprised by that. That I finally did it after saying him that I will do it 2 weeks ago. That he will have everything 2 weeks ago. So I'm a bit delayed with that. Mm, but I'm happy from that. And also I secured with the passport whole page, so you cannot even see it without login and password to that. And yeah, I believe that's all. I share everything, all of my day with you in short. So yeah, that was mostly all. So I will go to the sleep, because tomorrow I need to wake up early. I will not make my promised 8 hours, unfortunately, but I believe I still can do around 7. So it is still good, but too less, but still good. And yeah, I will just go to sleep for now, to to have good quality sleep as much as as I could. And tomorrow, first thing on the morning will be to prepare myself and go to my GF, because we will meeting tomorrow. So yeah, I have all day only for she and his family, because we are have family meeting. So wish me luck. So I'm going to sleep. Thank you for watching, and see you tomorrow.